So we're talking about the Beatitudes, Matthew chapter 5 from the Sermon on the Mount. Literally, it's the day God talked about everything. And the Beatitudes are these towering pledges of blessing from Jesus to only the most all-in followers of him, right? And John Stott, this brilliant theologian, said you could encapsulate the entirety of the Sermon on the Mount in just 2 words. Ready? Christian counterculture. Christian counterculture. But what's Christian counterculture? It's when Jesus flips all of the conventional wisdom of the kingdom of this world squarely on its head, where he goes, and he actually says this, you have heard it said. In other words, Jesus is going, in the kingdom of this world, here's how it goes. But then Jesus says, but I say unto you. And it's different than the way it goes in the kingdom of this world. That's Christian counterculture. And nowhere is the invitation for you and I to live into the kingdom of God and into that Christian counterculture more visible than in the 8th Beatitude, Matthew chapter 5, verse 10. Blessed are those who are, ready, persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. That was a fair question. How is it that being persecuted is blessed? Because persecution doesn't sound very blessed, does it? Persecution is, after all, suffering and severe pain. But Jesus qualifies that the blessed kind of persecution comes only because of what? Righteousness. Well, sometimes you and I suffer for doing dumb stuff, don't we? If I go out on the street and I speed and I get a ticket, that's what? It's punishment, not persecution. That's all on me. And this beatitude from Jesus isn't an offer of general blessing to all victims of persecution for any cause. Not at all. Instead, Jesus says, if your persecution comes because of your pursuit of the kingdom of God and because of your faith in Jesus Christ, then and only then will you be blessed. Then the kingdom of heaven, it's all yours, he says. Which, by the way, is more than just us being good people. Rather, it's the total, complete orientation of your life toward God, towards his will, toward his kingdom. And when you live like that, all over the Bible, Jesus promises you will suffer mistreatment. You will suffer persecution. Why? Because the enemies of God and his kingdom are always trying to thwart and extinguish it. But here, Matthew chapter 5, Jesus assures us, while you and I will be persecuted because of our pursuit of the kingdom of God, watch this, you will also receive inexplicable rewards in the kingdom of God. So here's the bottom line. When the persecution comes, which Jesus says it is, don't get discouraged, don't get dismayed, don't get depressed, don't get up in arms, don't get woe is me. Don't do that. Instead, hang on to this beatitude. Take Jesus at his word. Rejoice and be glad. You are blessed, and your reward in heaven is great.